Hi, how can I help you? Okay, you need to buy a gravestone? Alright, let me just pull out the sheets. Is it for a loved one? For yourself? Okay. You're not planning on passing away anytime soon, are you? Okay, good. Alright. Just want to make sure you're okay. Alright. So, pull out the sheets. So, here are some of our forms. This one shows you the different shapes we offer, and I'm unsure why the text, the type, printed lighter than the rest of everything, but we might be running out of ink, I don't know. So I apologize for that, but these are the gravestones that we have, and the different shapes. So we have more square edged ones. We have ones that are on angles. We have smoother, rounder ones, and angled ones. We have some like these that have little pieces chiseled out of them. Yes, you can have a close up. We also have some of the rounded ones with slight points at the top, or this one has an interesting shape. This one and this one are kind of opposing shapes. So one gets wider at the top and the other gets wider at the bottom. Here's a rounded square. Yes, and, we've got round, completely round. So the most popular ones are this shape right here, the oval arc, or cambered. We don't call it that, it's the oval or the arc one, but let's see, the other common one is the half round, or there's a Gothic one. Those I see many people purchasing for their loved ones or themselves. I very rarely have a customer like yourself coming in to purchase their own gravestone, but it's a pleasure working with you, so I'm honored. I understand why some people like to have the gravestone picked and set up in advance to take a little bit of the burden off of their family members, but it's not very often that we see this case. One of the more fancy ones that I see more commonly purchased for people are the oval. It's an oval top, but it's called an ogie shoulders. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird word. I don't name these. The company that we send out to custom make these for us names them. So, yes. We also see this one quite a bit. The oval top, checked rounded shoulders. Yes. Yes, there you go. Yes. Are any of these popular ones I pointed out sticking out to you? Or would you like to take some time to look a little bit closer at them? Okay, yes, go ahead and take your time. I will say probably something that's very obvious is the more affordable ones, if you're looking to go that route, are the ones with less corners chiseled out and the more plain ones. So the square top, the oval and the half round, and the Norman that's quite similar to the Gothic but less pointed at the top. Those are the most reasonable. And then this kind, anything with like less, less detail. So like this kind and this kind. And even some of these would be above the most reasonable, just like a step above. So it's whatever you can do. Here, I will just pass this to you and I'll continue talking. But you can go ahead and look through those, okay? Yep, take your time, no worry. I'm here all day, got plenty of time, just filling out some information. Yes. So, those are the gravestones. We do have the option where you can get them, not the headstone version, but you can get the shape in the ground. So the footstone. Yes. Yes. Whatever you'd like. And then my fonts page definitely printed a little weird, because it's supposed to have the names of the fonts underneath it, and they have disappeared. That's alright, I know what they are in the computer. So, these are the most popular fonts that we see the most used as written at the top. Like I said, the text printed lighter than the rest of the stuff, I don't know. But I didn't imagine that the titles of the fonts would be gone. So this is just an example sheet of, like I said, the most popular fonts used. Of course, we can use any font if you have a specific one that you would like to see on your loved one's grave, maybe if they were a designer or used a specific font and it represents them and you want to be able to use that. Yeah, we can do that. But these are the ones that we find are the easiest to read. Yes. So, we have some that are script, and this would probably be more of a handwritten or a, I cannot remember the term for that, but yes. And then we have some serif and sans serif. I think we have one that's sans serif, but here's the sheet. Now on this sheet, the most commonly used are this bottom one that I think was called Vespers something. Yes, there is a V there, and I kind of remember going over this sheet with someone the other day. This one is commonly used. This one is not, like, it's commonly used, but it's not everyone's favorite. So, yeah, it's just on here as an option to show you what we can provide. Now, another one, if you want to get extra fancy, this one is used on quite a few graves itself, so I feel like that's what I see on maybe family members who were wealthier. They choose this one. Yes. This one though, also one I see quite a bit. Yes, they're just the common fonts that you find on most graves, so I'm sure they're provided at many different gravestone places. Yeah. Is there a reason you wanted to come in? You look pretty spry. Yes, I know I asked you already if you were planning on heading out anytime soon, but no. Okay. Alright. Yes, I know this world is crazy and things happen every day. So it's good to be prepared in some cases. Like I said, you know, take a burden off your family members at times. Yes. Okay. Would you like me to set this in front of you too? Okay. Did you pick a shape you liked? Okay. I know, I've done quite a bit of talking. Okay, so my clipboard here, and we can circle the one you like the most, or did you have a few options? Okay, so you liked the Norman. Okay, yes. Yes, I will go ahead and put a star next to that one. And which one? Which was the other one? Do you like the rounded tops? Okay, yeah, so then the oval. Okay. Okay, great. Now, I'm just gonna get an order in the computer for you. You can go ahead and pick the font still. Take your time with that. I am just going to, like I said, get an order started for this. And we do have sites here if you would like to pick your grave site. And up to 2 people can fit in one grave site. If you are planning on having your family members around you, we do have quite a few spaces that you can work with to have them next to you or above or below. Yes. Yes. Okay, so let me get your name. I'm sorry I didn't ask when you walked in. I was just a little shocked by you wanting to pick your own gravestone. Okay. Like I said, that's not uncommon. It's just a little bit more rare. I've only had maybe 2 or 3 other people come in to do this, and I've been here for quite a few years. Okay, so yeah, I'm ready. How do you spell your name? Okay. And your last name? Okay. Alright, and so you have the 2 options. Is there something holding you back from one of them? Or, because I know they're both nice, I would suggest, so are you looking to get it just for yourself, or would you like to eventually have, you know, someone else put on the stone with you? So like you're on one side and they're on the other. We can do your last name above if you are married. Okay. Yeah, so if you're planning on sharing it, I would suggest that the oval one would be the best for that, because as you go up on here, you start to run out of space at the top, where this one provides, more over the whole stone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's just what makes sense to me, especially if, you know, you want anything special written on it, you want to make sure you have a bunch more space. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go with the oval. Okay. No problem there. Let me just write your name on here as well. Right. You still deciding on a font? That's okay. I can tell you, let me do this for a second. If you prefer, if you prefer one as the header font, like if you want one as your last name big above it, I would pick maybe one of the bolder ones. So this one, like I said, or this one, even this one, the letters are all capital, the uppercase letters here. One that stands out more. And then for your individual names, like your first and middle, if you don't want the whole name written on there, again, this is the one I would suggest as the sub font. Okay. Alright. So you're thinking this one then? Okay, yes, I'll have to remember what that is in the computer. I really don't know why our printers did this, but yeah. So, okay, that one then. I'll put stars next to them and find them in the computer in a second. And then this one. Okay, perfect. I think that's a great combination. Okay, so we'll want this one as the header. This one as the sub. Alright, perfect. Let me figure out, I have an idea of what that one is. Okay, yes, it's Brainard. I know, they have funny names. Okay, so the header is Brainard. And I believe that one is called Vesper. Yes, that one is. Okay. I do remember some things. I should after doing it for so many years. Though we do have, you know, occasional changes in popular fonts, just whatever the factory that makes the headstone sends over to us. Okay, so okay. Alright. Did you want to look at a plot? Okay, yeah, I can show you what we have here. Put this right. Just take them all out. There we go. So we're going to take out the points. And our sites. So our sites are a little spread out. This is our first map. We're actually in the process of purchasing more spaces behind our facility. So we will eventually expand if you'd like to wait, but we do still have plenty of spaces available around. We kind of organized it by letter and number, so column and row. So you said you were looking for you and your loved one to have one space, but you did want to purchase a space next to that one in case other family members would like to be there. Okay. Yes, that makes sense, because we have had, as you can see on here, if you want to take a closer look, we do have like the Joneses have 2 spaces, yeah, the Baileys and the Johnsons. The Quins have done more of a vertical choice. I don't recommend this for everyone, but if it's what you want, then go, like, you know, I will set up whatever you'd like. But I find it's just easier for family members to be able to like walk from one site to the next that way, instead of having to, like, you know, walk around. And of course you can always come back and pick, you know, an extra site. It may not be next to it, but diagonal or so, and we're happy to do that. Trying to think if I have anything else to say. Oh, your loved ones will be given a map and, like, you know, the location, obviously. You can even write down where your location is so you have it, you know, on hand if you need to refer to it, since no one will be occupying it just yet. But yes, we will make sure that they know, and they can always, you know, stop by in here and get the location from us. We are pretty small still, even with our new plot of land being purchased. We're still going to be decently sized, so we're decently small. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Some people really appreciate that. So would you like to pick a plot where one is right next to the other? You can go vertical if you want to. We do have a few verticals. The ones where they're right next to each other, I would say we have a few more though. And yes, so C and D1, sorry, I know it's pretty bright. C and D1, these two, are open. B and C2 are open. And we have A and B 3 open, and A and B 6 open, as well as, you know, we have 3 plots over here that are open vertically and horizontally. Okay. Yes, I can't guarantee that they'll stay open, but I would say if no one's occupying the location you pick, you know, currently, then it can be moved at any time. Even if somebody were to be occupying the place you purchased, we could move it. That's just, you know, a bit of a hassle and an extra fee you may not want to pay. So if you're looking, you can purchase the plots now, and if you should change your mind, you can always move them, or when we do get in the new bit of land, you can pick a new one there where you can have more next to each other. This just secures your spot if you were to purchase them today. Okay. So do you want to do that then? Okay. Alright, so do any of these look particularly nice to you? The ones up here in row 1, these are the ones closest to the building, and the ones in row 7 are the ones farthest away from the building. I know, like quite a bit of people have picked to be back here. But yes, we do have the 3 vertical and 3 horizontal here, or we have the couple of empty ones horizontally right there. So you want to do E3 and F3 for the time being. Okay, so E3. E3 and F3. Circle this on your sheet, and I'll print a new copy of that. Okay. Alright, so now that that's all picked out, like I said, two people can share one plot. So you've secured enough plots for 4 people. Okay. Yes, you can always come in and change this if you'd like to. We haven't had too many people do that. I think you'll be pleased with it. If you'd like to go take a look at it on your way out, yes, it would be right. So yes, E3 and F3. It would be right under Anderson and above both of the plots that Bailey owns. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to submit this order. Okay. So, do you have any other questions? Any concerns? So when the headstone is done, it will be sent here, and we will keep it in the back. Yes, we have to keep it in the back because your plot is here. Yes. And we keep it pretty well wrapped up. It won't get damaged or anything. Oh, I forgot to ask. Do you want it to be any kind of stone, or would like, so we have fancy granite ones, we have a more reasonable, they just call it a stone. Okay, you just want to go with the stone one. Yeah, I understand. Headstones are crazy expensive, so I'll assure you though, it will be in the most perfect condition when it's necessary to use it. If you'd like to come in and look at it when it is done, I can give you a call. Okay, yes, can I get your phone number? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Yeah. And it'll stay wrapped up in the styrofoamy kind of wrap we provide. And usually in its box, since, you know, don't want anything damaging it. Okay, great. So now I will submit the order. Okay. Oh yes, it was a pleasure working with you as well. Yes, is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, great, great. Well, thank you for coming in. And I'll see you back when your headstone is done, okay?